Welcome to the 4th of July parade here in Coon Rapids. We're coming to you from Northdale Boulevard today, the site of all the action of tonight's parade. Hello everyone, I'm Steve Erickson.
And I'm Stephanie Ring. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm so glad the parade didn't get rained out.
No, it looked ominous a little bit this afternoon with some rain coming down, but we're here. It's dry at this point.
It's perfect. It's cool too. It'll be a really nice night to enjoy everything.
That's right, and lots of folks are lined up all down the street. They get here early to get a seat every year, so they get a spot to check out this year's floats, and it looks like it's relatively a lot of the same stuff as in previous years, but it's still a lot of fun for everybody. And
Definitely.
Right now, we're taking a look at the Coon Rapids 334 Legion Color Guard. This is the Coon Rapids American Legion Post 334 Color Guard under the direction of Al Michaels, who is the Color Guard chairman. And Coon Rapids Police Chief Steve Wells passed us at the front of the parade. They always head up the parade route.
Here we have Mrs. Minnesota coming down. Dee Henderson is Mrs. Minnesota International 1999. She grew up in Coon Rapids, and Dee and her husband now reside in Stillwater. The Mrs. Minnesota International pageant recognizes married women with a commitment to marriage, family, community service, and a platform. Dee focuses on changing children's future through adoption. It's great she could be here tonight.
It certainly is. They got the wave down. We're going to head on down to Karen now, who's got someone.
Can you come a little closer? I understand, Dee, that you are from Coon Rapids originally. Is that correct?
That's correct. I grew up in Coon Rapids and lived here through 7th grade.
And now you're our Grand Marshal this year. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's quite an honor to come back home and be part of the community celebration and share a little bit about what I represent for Mrs. Minnesota. My platform is changing children's futures through adoption, so I'm hoping to spread the message that each one of us can change a child's life through adoption. There's 80 million children throughout the world that don't have parents, and if I can find parents for some of these kids, then I've accomplished what I'm looking for.
Thank you so much. It was very nice meeting you. Enjoy the parade. Thank you. Back up to you, Steve and Stephanie.
All right, thanks, Karen. That was Mrs. Minnesota International. Coming up next, we have the Coon Rapids High School Marching Band. This is under the direction of Scott Vogel, I believe. The Coon Rapids Marching Cardinals are part of a comprehensive music program that includes 4 concert bands, 2 jazz ensembles, pep band, solo ensemble experience, summer and fall marching bands, and music theory composition at Coon Rapids High School. This is under the direction of Scott Vogel. The organization continues to build on a tradition of marching and musical excellence in 1999. Now tonight we're going to hear some music from the City of Angels. The trumpet soloist is Andrew Paulson, along with director Scott Vogel, percussion instruction Kevin Furman, visual and marching instruction Matt Keen, I believe, and color guard instructors Mike and Maureen Hicks. The Marching Cardinals wish to extend their thanks to the parent support group. We hope to enjoy the personal performance. This is the Coon Rapids High School Marching Cardinals.
Good job.
We're gonna throw it down to Karen now, who's got an interview.
Well, now it's my pleasure to introduce this band mom. This is Corky Beeson. She's a Coon Rapids resident of 13 years. I understand you have 2 children in the Coon Rapids band.
Right, Jill and Christopher,
And what are their ages?
17 and 14.
And the ninth graders.
With this spring with the full band.
And they have a busy schedule. They're supposed to be in another parade tonight, right?
Right,
Hustling over to Blaine.
right. Try to make it before the parade's over there.
Right.
Okay.
Busy mom. She's keeping track of her kids here on the sideline. Back up to you, Steve and Steph.
Thanks, Karen. Coming up behind the band, we have Mayor Lonnie McCauley of Coon Rapids.
That's right, this is Lonnie McCauley's first term in office. She was elected in January by the people of Coon Rapids and serves a 4-year term. Looks like she's got some of her grandchildren along with her in the car. They're tossing out candy to the crowd.
Are they tossing out goodies? All the kids are just going crazy trying to grab as much as they can.
Yes, that's certainly a parade goer's favorite. Coming up behind her, we have some more of the Coon Rapids City Council members.
Hey.
Looks like we have Jerry
Hi.
Newton, who is
Great, how are
the Ward
you?
2 representative. And we also have Denise Clint, who is the Ward 1 council member. And we're gonna go down to Karen.
Newton, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. And you've got Denise with you? Hi. Are you having fun?
This is great.
This is your first parade as a council person, right?
Yes, it is. It's really nice to see all these people out here. I'm surprised there's so many.
Would you like to introduce the contents of your car?
These are my children. This is Sophia Newton
Okay.
and my boy Kimball Newton.
And our driver?
That's my brother Tony. My brother.
That's Denise's brother, Tony. All right, we'll let you go. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Steve.
All right, thanks, Karen. Coming up behind them, we have some more Coon Rapids City Council members. It looks like we have Ron Gageby, who's the council member at large, and Dave Saunders, who represents council member Ward 4. Coon
And I
Rapids.
see more goodies being tossed out of the cars.
That's right, and more kids going to get them.
You know, when I was a kid, we used to fight for the candy at the parade. It would be a mad dash to get all the Tootsie Rolls and get as many pieces as you could.
You're right. I'm sure there'll be some fighting when they get home. Actually, the candy's probably all gone by the time they leave the parade.
Probably.
Of course, this parade is in conjunction with the whole 4th of July celebration, which the parade really kicks things off here on Thursday evening. And the parade and carnival, or actually the carnival runs through the whole weekend. There's rides and food and lots of stuff going on at Sand Creek Park. So if people want to get down there and check it out if they're watching this weekend. It should be a lot of fun. Hopefully the weather cooperates. I hear it's supposed to get hot this weekend.
It should be hot and sunny and really great weather for a 4th of July celebration. Look at the kids go. We now have the Anoka County Commissioners coming up in the golf carts here. They're tossing out more goodies as well.
That's right. That's County Commissioner Dave McCulley there. Looks like one of the park rangers seated next to him. Handing out more candy to the crowd.
Who's having more fun, driving the golf cart or tossing out the candy?
I'm not sure. Looks like he doesn't have a problem doing either together.
He
so.
can do both things at once.
That's right. All right, we're gonna head down to Karen Silvanich now, who's standing by with some of the crowd. Karen?
Yep. All right, we've got some people that want to say their names.
Hi, I'm Nick and I'm 10 years old. 11. I'm Alex, I'm 11. I'm Kyle and I'm 12. I'm Jacob and I'm 11. I'm Al and I'm 11.
And I understand you watch Channel 15 all the time.
Yep, I do. I watch the news and the interview show.
There you have it. People of all ages watch Channel 15. Back to you, Steve.
All right, looks like you've got some fans there, Karen. Coming up next, it's the Coon Rapids Fire Department with all their noisy equipment.
They sure make a show. You can hear them coming from miles away. Kids always like the fire trucks, the loud horns.
They do, and that's their newest truck leading off the fire department there. That is a big truck. I've
Very
seen
big.
that thing set up.
They've been able to use it a few times.
I think they've had it on a couple runs. I don't know if they've actually physically used it during a call, but I know it extends up quite high for them to get to second story, third story, and apartment buildings, taller buildings within the city.
That's great. There's more and more of those going up these days.
Yes. A reminder for you, be sure to watch CR News every Friday night at 7 p.m. for an update on your neighborhood news. You can count on us to give you complete coverage of Coon Rapids. We'll have the latest breaking news, updates on construction projects, and stories about people making a difference in our community. For that and much more, be sure to tune in every Friday at 7. CR News, we are your neighborhood news center. I hope you're able to hear some of that. The fire trucks are pretty loud. Coming up, we have the rescue boat, which is being pulled by one of the fire jeeps, which was used this summer one day for all the wildfires we had up here in the county, and that got to work out.
Great thing they had that available. Those wildfires were really something.
They were. And that's what I like to refer to as the bread truck coming up next. It's actually a support vehicle that helps the fire department during calls. All right, we're going to head down to Karen Savanich now, who's standing by with some more of the crowd. Karen?
Steve, I believe I've located the smallest person in the crowd today. This is Vicki. Now, who's this?
This is Riley.
And how old is she?
Riley's about a month and a half old.
And this is your granddaughter, right?
Yes, it's my youngest granddaughter.
Well, congratulations. Thanks for bringing her out to the parade. Yeah.
This weekend, so.
Oh, she's got her all weekend. Can you tell she's happy? I can. Back to you guys.
She is happy.
Thanks, Karen. Now we have a more unique mode of transportation here for the Coon Rapids Lions Club. They're riding in a horse carriage. So neat to see those going down the street. Beautiful horse on there.
That's right. Again, we got the candy. Coming up next, we have the Coon Rapids Lioness. This is basically their float, all decked out with the 4th of July colors. Very
Looks great.
patriotic.
It looks great, and it seems like every float is passing out candy, Steve.
They are.
The kids are going to go home with sugar highs, and they'll be ready to ride all the rides down at the carnival at Sand Creek Park.
I think some of your family is catching some, so they might be collecting
You think
some
so?
for you over
My
there.
sister's right out there grabbing all she can.
I saw. We have to keep our eyes on her to see
She
how much
loves
she's
her
taking.
sugar.
We're gonna head down to Kara now, who is standing by. It sounds like she's got some more people. She's actually at the Lioness
I'm
float.
really making my cameraman work now. I wanted to ask you, how much candy are you going to go through today?
All we've got, the boxes are getting down to nothing now. A lot of kids out here, a lot of kids.
There sure is. Kids of all ages. Back to you, Steve.
All right, thanks, Karen. We'll check in with you a little bit later on and see who else is out there.
We'll see if they run out of candy, too, at the end of the parade. I bet they will, especially at the rate they're going. Coming up behind the Lioness float, we have the Coon Rapids VFW. Coon Rapids Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States is celebrating their 100th anniversary this year. The post commander is Jerry Britich and Auxiliary President Sharon Carlson. They have a nice float.
They do, again, all decked out with the 4th of July colors, lots of flags. Getting a nice cool breeze now. It's a little bit cool, but compared to some other parade days we've had, I'll take this. Last year we were sitting out here in a lot of rain.
Oh no.
So
Better to have
we're
some
gonna head down to
breeze.
Kara now, who is standing by with the Anoka County Sheriff, Larry Padani. All right, we don't have Karen. That is Sheriff Larry Padani coming up on your screen here. He's riding in a drug seizure Cadillac. Now, Padani has been an Anoka County Sheriff for 4 years, and he won election last fall, which means he'll be serving in Anoka County for another 4-year term.
Behind Larry, we have the Coon Rapids Parks Department riding in a boat.
actually looks like it's a sheriff's department.
Oh, it's a sheriff's department.
Yes, looks like it's a sheriff's boat they use to patrol the waters.
Coming up, we have the Champlain Park Marching Rebels.
Of course, the Rebels come from the city across the river in Champlain. It's the 4th high school in District 11, the newest of the high schools in District 11, built, I believe, 7 years ago. Looks like they're dressed in their costumes here and got their instruments all ready to play for the crowd. And I think this is one of the best parts of the parade is the bands. I think everybody loves a band.
Everybody loves the band.
Why don't we take a listen? Marching Rebels.
They sound great. A lot of practice and effort goes into their routine.
It does. We're going to head down to Kara now, who's standing by with some guests.
Rebels, right? That's correct. What are your names?
My name is Angie Matuzak.
I'm Jay Matuzak. This is Ryan Matuzak.
I'm JD Beidler.
And how'd you think the band did today?
Well, I think they're doing pretty well right now, actually. It's one of our, I think, the third run through that we've done this parade, and it's doing pretty well.
All right, congratulations. Have fun. Back up to you two.
Thanks, Karen. Great performance by the Champlain Park Marching Band.
They are. They're getting a big hand, and they certainly deserve it.
The crowd is liking them. Behind the band, we have the Cardiac Center's wellness program. The wellness program started in 1989 with a partnership with the Lions, Mercy, and Unity Hospitals. The Cardiac Wellness program provides screening of blood pressure, measurement, total cholesterol, and it's free of charge at Lions events. What a great service for the community.
It certainly is. I think it's all over, and I believe it's also down during the carnival at Sand Creek Park, so people can get free screenings down there as well.
Wonderful. People should take advantage of that.
Well, the sun, it looks like, has made its way through the clouds.
See, tonight was just meant to be perfect for a parade.
That's right. It didn't wind up raining on our parade, so, as we like to say. Well, we're going to head down to Karen now. She's standing by with a couple more people. Karen?
Beth, and you're with the Mercy Unity Cardiac Wellness Band, right?
Yes.
And what are you giving away?
Shoestrings.
I see some people over here that really want them.
Yes, they're more want than I have.
All right, we'll let you get back to work.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And I'm sure we'll see the band at more parades and, of course, the county fair later this summer. So back to you, Steve and Steph.
All right. Always someone giving away something at a parade.
Very good. Thanks a lot, Karen. Now we have the Coon Rapids Park and Rec Commission, and what a cute float they're riding on. A nice swing, a perfect night to kind of be swinging on your porch. They have plants all decked out on the float. Lots of kids on there having fun too. And more candy.
More candy. It's what we like to see.
Could
They're
be a
not out
parent's
yet.
nightmare if their kids are candy lovers.
That's right. Coming up behind them, it looks like we have Bill Luther. This car is all decked out. I don't see Bill in the car. I'm assuming he's walking the sidelines here, talking to people. Congressman Bill Luther is proud to represent the 6th District of Minnesota. His district covers the eastern suburbs of the Twin Cities, including the beautiful city of Coon Rapids. Congressman Luther considers himself to be your employee. He listens to the people he represents. He's working hard in Washington to improve the lives of American families, and we are very happy he took time out of his busy schedule to be with us here today in the parade, and I'm sure he's out there mingling with the crowd. Coming up next, I believe that's the Coon Rapids Float. This is the Coon Rapids Junior Royalty is aboard that float. They're sponsored by the Junior Royalty Committee and the City of Coon Rapids. The colors of red and white symbolize the community spirit of Coon Rapids in conjunction with Snowflake Days. Snowflake Days held in February is promoted through community spirit through activities for citizens of all ages. The Junior Royalty members are petite members ages 5 to 7, ages 8 to 12, and Director Shelley Wahlberg and Assistant Directors Luann Snell and Carrie Rassak. That float is valued at $2,000. It's kind of interesting.
Beautiful. The colors kind of shine in the sunlight, and the kids look so cute all dressed up.
This is the Anoka County Squad Civil Air Patrol. There's a 4-person color guard and a van. They've taken first place in Blaine, second place in Columbia Heights, Minnesota, and third place. We have some people coming up from the Aquatennial right behind them.
The Aqua Jesters.
And the Vulcans?
The Vulcans.
You're safe up here, though.
We're having a great time.
How many people have you marked?
Oh, I must have done 200 already. Mostly little kids, but they're having a good time. Everybody's having a good time, and that's what we want. We want everybody to have a good time.
You heard it here first. We're having a great time, actually. Back to you two.
We are having a great time.
Thanks,
Karen.
You know, I used to be so scared of those Vulcans when I was a little kid. I was so afraid they were going to come mark me with their black grease.
And it looks like they get kids of all ages, from the young children to the elderly.
It looks like it.
It looks like we got some clowns clowning around.
Look at the interesting bike that one is riding.
Oh, yes.
Could that be Patches the Clown?
stuff whipped up here.
Look at, he's still marking people in the crowd.
Now I would assume that stuff is pretty easy to wash off.
I would think so. I don't think they'd put anything too tough to get off, like paint or charcoal or something.
Looks like
Kind
we
of
got
looks fun. Walk around and mark up people's faces, you know?
Yeah, it does. We're gonna head back down to Karen now, who's standing by with some more people. Karen?
I have to ask, what's your dog's name and how old is it?
Sam, and he's 7 years old.
Do you come to a lot of parades?
Oh, yes, about 20 a year at least.
You know, I've got to find out who does your eyelashes.
It's eating a lot of carrots. You eat a lot of carrots and you trim them every 2 hours.
Well, thank you. I think your dog's getting a little restless.
I think so, too.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the parade.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Back up to you guys.
Carrots and maybe a little drink before the parade. They're clowning around.
I want to know where she gets her eyelashes done, too.
Yeah, so you don't go there. Is that what it is? Yes, I understand.
Exactly. I won't go where she went and pay them good money.
Looks like we got the Clown Fire Department coming up. There again is the fake dog.
Did you have one of those, Steve, when you were a kid?
No, I didn't. I had a real dog, actually.
A real dog.
Yeah.
That's good. I'd hate to think you had an invisible dog. The Grossling beverage car behind the clowns.
That's right. That thing has been around for a long time. I believe since 1935. In 1916, A.E. Grossline Sr. started a small distributing business in Fridley, Minnesota, in Anoka County. He distributed soft drinks and near beer. The county was dry at the time. It was during Prohibition. Beer came back in April of 1933. So that's the history behind that car. The unicycle team is coming up next.
I can't believe they can keep their balance so well. I don't know how they do it.
They do a good job. They got all sorts of sizes of bikes. The unicycle team of Minnesota has been in existence for several years. The team includes members aged 7 to 17, with most riders being in elementary school. The team has performed successfully at many area parades, basketball halftimes, including the Minnesota Timberwolves, and various other shows for churches, scouts, and schools. The main purpose of the club is to develop good and positive values in our young people. Learning the sport of unicycling takes hard work and persistence, which teaches a sense of teamwork and self-confidence. They're good.
They're very good. Lots of practice there.
Look at those tall bikes. They're just huge. And they do good. I haven't seen anybody fall over yet.
I
So
haven't
that's
either.
good news.
I'm very glad nobody's falling over. We don't want any injuries here on such a nice night.
We don't. We want to remind you once again that you're watching the Coon Rapids 4th of July Parade here along Northdale Boulevard in Coon Rapids. It's a yearly tradition here in Coon Rapids, and we're having a good time. I'm Steve Erickson.
And I'm Stephanie Ring. Thanks for joining us. There's so many people here having a great time. I'm so glad the weather turned out.
It is. It's cooperating. The sun has been trying to peek through the clouds during the past 20 minutes, so
It's
been
making
a lot
its
of fun.
appearance, just to remind us that it's summer, which
It
is
is.
great.
We're going to head down to Karen now, who's standing by with some more people. Karen?
Me on a unicycle, but obviously you're involved with this group. What's your name?
My name's Linda.
And do you have to be a certain age to be with the group, or?
Any age, as long as you can ride. We have our youngest rider is 6, and then we have some adult riders as well. So.
Oh, they did a great job.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Something different.
Right. Great activity for you and the kids.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Family activity.
That's right. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the parade. As she said, it's a great family activity, so hey, get involved. Back to you, Steve and Steph.
Thanks, Karen. Coming up next, we have the North Hudson Pepper Fest royalty. The North Hudson Pepper Festival celebrates its strong Italian heritage with a 3-day festival that raises money for the community. They do that each year, and the festival gives most of the earnings back to the community, which is great. They have a beautiful float tonight. The royalty is dressed up so beautifully.
They are. It's kind of fun to check out the different floats and see how they're all decorated.
It is, and there's so much work that goes into making them.
Yeah, we only see the finished product here. There's lots and lots of man hours behind what we're seeing here.
Many, many hours. You can see the King Ed Nelson, Queen Jamie Jo, Princess Carly Andrews, Jennifer O'Mara.
Behind them, it's the Dazzle Day girls. And behind them, it looks like we have some more queens or princesses. I believe that might be the Northeast Metro Royalty. The Northeast Metro pageant represents the spirit of volunteer service within Anoka County. The pageant is open to young women residing within the Anoka County area. Queen Kim Brietti is the queen, Princess Kelly House, and Princess Amy Lee. Amy does reside here in Coon Rapids. So they're waving to the crowd. I would imagine their arm is starting to get a little sore, seeing we're about 3/4 of the way down the parade route here.
Probably good arm exercise there. You just keep going and going.
Coming up next, it's the 934th Airlift Wing at U.S. Air Force Reserve. Through 2 world wars, Korea, Vietnam, the Cold War, and Desert Storm, the United States has preserved the peace and helped defend democracy through air superiority. The United States Air Force Reserve of tomorrow is ready today with technologically advanced equipment and highly trained and skilled people. The Air Force Reserve, above and beyond. We got a neat globe circling their float there.
It's a unique float too. It's interesting to see all the designs that they come up with.
That's right, and the Air Force Reserve, the Command Flying Unit, is located on the north side of Minneapolis-St. Paul Twin Cities International.
Here we have the Foley Fun Days royalty. The Miss Foley Fun Days royalty float, One Moment in Time, has been designed to represent aspects of the Foley community and the value placed on its families and quality of life. There's a clock tower on the float that mimics the city's logo, and the colors, blue, silver, and gold, represent the spirit and pride that is displayed within the schools and the community of Foley.
Lots of beautiful flowers on that float. Coming up, it's the Sons of Norway float. The float is a 25-feet trailer with a Norwegian Stuberhaus storage house. Includes U.S. and Norwegian flags with 4 to 6 people on the float in Norwegian costumes. The people on the float are lodge members and or children or grandchildren. Colorful Nordic shields adorn the sides of the float. That depicts the heritage. The lodge received its charter 23 years ago. It has received either gold or silver lodge awards from the district the past 4 years. So congratulations to them.
That's great. What is he playing there, Steve?
What is he playing?
What is he
the
playing?
Song?
No, the instrument.
What is he playing, Steph?
I thought you would know. She looks very comfortable sitting on that house.
She does. Coming up next, we have the Coon Rapids Cardinal cheerleaders doing a little cheer for us. Getting a round of applause from the crowd. There we have Representative Luann Koskinen. She's a representative from District 49B. Not a nice car, or a nice car.
A very nice car.
I'm assuming she doesn't get to keep that when she goes home tonight.
I bet she'd like to keep it.
I bet she would too. It looks like it's from McKay's in Coon Rapids, helping us out. We're gonna head down to Karen now, who I believe is standing by with some more people. Karen.
We just saw the impressive cheerleading display from the Coon Rapids Cardinal cheerleaders. What's your name?
My name is Wendy Croman. I'm the head coach.
And how many girls do you have with you today?
I think we have like 30, but we have 44 on the squad.
And you do a lot of parades.
Yes, and this is the first time we've been in the Coon Rapids Parade in about 7 years. I had called and asked if we could be in it. We've been in the Anoka Parade, though.
Well, congratulations. They did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your stopping by. Back up to you, Steve and Stephanie.
All right, thanks, Karen. A lot of hard work by those young ladies. Goes into doing all these cheers for the crowd tonight.
A lot of athleticism, too, to be able to do the jumps and the cheers like that.
It looks like they're even selling some pop and candy along the parade route here, in case the crowd's getting a little thirsty or hungry.
There's some little ones out having a good time, dancing to the music, or just relaxing.
There's a littler one there, kind of resting, checking things out.
That's the way to watch a parade,
That's
Steve.
right. Right on Dad's back. I believe coming up next we have the Woodbury Royalty. Actually, this is the Rockford.
They're representing Rockford River Days, I think, Steve.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. And I believe their celebration will take place this year, August 13th through the 15th.
That's one thing about the summers here in Minnesota. There seems to be always something on every weekend that people can go to.
There's always something to do. Every city has its festival, and they're all so much fun.
Coming up next, we have the Forest Southwest Junior High School.
This band is a combination of 7th and 8th graders from Southwest and Central Junior High in Forest Lake. They've played in the Coon Rapids Parade for the past 5 years. Isn't that wonderful? We're glad they could come out.
Here is the Woodbury Royalty that we thought we were seeing earlier. Miss Woodbury, Cindy Schwarting, Princess Christine Dale, Little Miss Woodbury, Erin Martin there on your left side. The pageant is a scholarship pageant where 3 college-age girls mentor 3 elementary-age girls. Woodbury is one of the fastest-growing communities in Minnesota.
Looks like we're going to get a chance now to listen to the band a little bit more, Steve.
That's right. We have some clowning around again coming up here. These are the Lino Lakes Lioness Clowns. They've been doing this now for about 15 years. Clowns from the Lions and Lioness Clubs, and also clown in our community of Lino Lakes. They have 4 to 5 clowns in their group.
Now we have the Crystal Frolics. And on the float we have Queen Anne Samangel and Princesses Nicole Johnson and Nicole Milford. A very pretty blue color on their float tonight, Steve.
It really is, and I believe Crystal already had their celebration.
Behind the Crystal Frolics, we have the Hudson Royalty. And they are riding part of the Hudson Bell. During the 1850s and the 1860s, Hudson grew rapidly as a steamboat and lumber center. Today, sailboats, rather than steamboats, cruise the St. Croix River. Steve, that is a very unique float tonight, don't
It really
you think?
is. They even got some steam going there.
Genuine steam coming out of there. And we have the Royalty on board. Miss Hudson is sponsored jointly by the Hudson Area Chamber of Commerce and the Tourism Bureau, and the Hudson Booster Club and the Hudson Area JCs.
Be a nice night to be out on a riverboat.
Definitely. Do you think they can really put that on the river?
Probably not that one, but I'm sure there's others that we probably could go find.
Yeah, probably.
I believe that's the Isanti royalty. 1988 Isanti royalty on board would be Queen Amanda Reiser, Princess Gretchen Dottie, and Princess Lisa Hasselfeld. The 1999 Isanti Rodeo Jubilee Days will be July 10th through the 18th. The city of Isanti will be celebrating its centennial with many special events throughout the week. So you want to head up to Isanti for some of that. Now that I just read you all that, we're figuring this is South St. Paul. Go figure. Maybe we'll see those folks a little bit later. There's two girls in a car there, so we can see that. We're going to head down to Karen now, who's standing by with some more people. Karen?
This fella is used to public life. Tell me your name.
My name is Don Betzel. I'm a state senator. I represent, among other things, Southern Coon Rapids, the Minnesota Senate. I was elected in 1992 and re-elected in 96. So done the parade almost every year that I can. So.
And you'll be in a lot of parades this summer.
We've been in a lot of parades so far, and I'm working my son here. He's interning for me, so he's kind of learning the ropes, how to shake the hand. So.
Okay, very good, Don. Thank you.
Pleasure talking.
Enjoy the parade. Back up to you guys.
Well, there we go. I think Don told us enough about himself. We don't even have to introduce him.
He did a great job.
Senator Don Betzel. Coming up right behind them is the Animal In Drill Team. Now, the Animal In Drill Team is a dog obedience demonstration unit made up of volunteers of all ages, walks of life, and their dogs. All the dogs are owner-handled and owner-trained at the Animal In training centers located in Lake Elmo, Egan, and Golden Valley. The team includes many different breeds of dogs, as well as the Great American Mixed Breed dogs. The team has been performing in parades for many years now. In addition to our many parades each year, the team participates in many obedience demonstrations and public service events, such as the University of Minnesota Veterinary Medicine Open House, the Scout Fair, and of course the ever-popular Minnesota State Fair.
Those are some very well-trained dogs. Look at that dog.
Look
at
the
his beautiful
variety.
coat.
The variety, and these dogs are big.
Good evening. We're from the Animal In Training Schools out in Lake Elmo. We also have locations in Golden Valley.
I wonder how much training it takes to get the dog to be that obedient.
A lot of training, a lot of time. You have to start them out young, I think, too. But you can teach an old dog new tricks, as they say, I think. Just takes them a little longer.
Does that go along with this saying of it didn't rain on our parade?
Exactly.
That's what I thought. I think they're going to try to have some of these dogs jump through some hoops. Unless the one woman's going to hula hoop, but the one lady even has her little baby with her.
And she's sleeping.
Exactly. Says, forget about the parade. I want to sleep.
I'm taking a nap. Those dogs are so calm. I can't get over it. All the people, doesn't even bother them.
We're going to head back down to Karen now, who's standing by on the sidelines with some more people. Karen?
I honestly thought that we would be the first people at the parade site today, but actually we weren't. It was this fella. His name is Paul Carlson. He's lived in Coon Rapids for 30 years, and I suppose you haven't missed a parade in quite a while.
Oh, this has been great. Every year our kids went to school here, and we've been watching them all. We've got them on tape at home and bring them out of the closet every once in a while and watch them.
All right. I wanted to just say a special thank you because he provided me with bug spray, which I know I'm going to need later on. Back up to you guys.
I think you are going to need a little bit of that bug spray. I can feel the bugs already starting to bite.
Here we have the Greater Twin Cities St. Bernard Club, and I tell you, I have a soft spot in my heart for these guys. They are very cute dogs. My husband is probably over there just wanting to take one home.
They are really cute.
They're big. You were talking about big dogs before, Steve. These dogs, they kind of could take over your house, I bet, if you didn't train them right.
Probably up that food bill too, huh?
A little bit, but they say that they're not too bad. They won't eat you out of house and home.
Well, that's good to know. There's a little cage of
Look at the
little
puppies.
Coming up next, it's Rabine's Arena Indoor BMX Bikers. These are some pretty young bikers. Ray-Bines Arena is a year-round BMX racing. There's great fun for the entire family. Kids from 3 years to adults of 50 can race BMX. It is an individual sport and a lot of fun, we're told. Indoor and outdoor racing facility is available there. Looks like they're having a lot of fun. Just want to remind you that you can watch conversations here on CTN Channel 15. You can meet interesting people from your community. 3 people each month's program. You can see right there the air dates, 7:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m., and also 11:30 p.m. So no excuse that you can't catch that. There's 4 times. You can tune into Karen Savanich for those conversations. Also, Community Focus is another program we do here on CTN Channel 15. It's a discussion of issues with a local focus. You can get those 6:30 a.m., 6:30 p.m., 11:30 a.m., and 10:30 p.m. So Stephanie, as well, Focus, you can see 4 times a day. We do a new one of those programs each month. Pretty much a community issues-based program. Coming up in July, we're going to be talking about gambling and some of the problems related to that. We're going to have experts that are available to talk to us, so that should be interesting.
Wonderful. It's a good show for the community, and you can always learn something new.
That's right. Well, we're reminding you again, once again, this is the Coon Rapids 4th of July Parade coming to you from Northdale Boulevard. Big carnival going on down there this weekend. A lot of people, I'm sure, after tonight's parade, will be headed down to Sand Creek Park to take in some of the rides, some of the sights, and also some of the food.
Definitely. Good food at the carnival. They have everything, the corn dogs, the mini donuts. Summer is the time to eat those things. It's very good.
It is. And also bingo and pull tabs down there, so it should be a lot of fun this weekend.
It will be, definitely.
We're going to head back to the parade now and see what's coming up next. It's the YMCA. YMCA members and staff are aboard. This is from the Emma B. Howe Northtown Family YMCA facility. They'll be celebrating their 3rd birthday this month. Seems like just yesterday that YMCA was built, but they've already been up and operational 3 years.
They have, and they recently put in a playground, which is just wonderful. The kids love it. It's so nice for them to burn off some energy, and it has great equipment.
The YMCA has 10,000 members, supports many local youth through scholarships, and YMCA programs like Day Camp Guy Robinson and YMCA membership. A lot of day camps coming up this summer. We're going to head down to Karen now, who's standing by with some of the Girl Scouts. Karen?
This is Debbie. Now, you're a Girl Scout leader and a Girl Scout mom, right?
Yep.
Tell me about your group here today.
Well, actually, everyone went out of town, so with my troop, there's only me and my daughter, but there's a lot of other girls that are here.
How long have you been a leader?
Ever since my daughter was in kindergarten. She's going into 4th now, ever since they were daisies. So I've gone all the way up.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. She's got to run up and catch her group. Back up to you two.
All right. Thanks, Karen. Some little ones being pulled in a wagon there. Got their umbrella, but haven't needed it so far.
Haven't, and I'm really surprised. It was raining earlier today, but it cleared off just in time, and I think everybody's very thankful for that.
They are. There's a little one kind of on their own feet there. I think maybe wants to take a nap.
Might be getting tired. I'd rather be carried.
I think so.
That's
the best way down the parade route. Got some more royalty coming up right behind the Girl Scouts. This is a North Branch Midsummer Royalty, and they're celebrating their 41st year. Queen Nicole Nelson, Princess Carrie Nelson, Princess Amanda Johansson, and Miss Congeniality Mackenzie Studer were crowned on June 17th in North Branch, Minnesota, kicking off the annual Midsummer Celebration. They got that wave down.
You do have to practice that. Have you practiced your parade wave, Steve?
No, I haven't, but we're up on top this year, which is a new location for us, so it's really everyone's focused on the parade.
Behind the royalty, we have the Coon Rapids McDonald's coming up here, and you can kind of tell what they're riding in. Look at that.
It's big.
A Big Mac.
A Big Mac with some extra toppings.
Looks like they're passing out some little goodies, too.
What is it, the Hamburglar popping out the top of the Big Mac?
The Hamburglar, if I can say it.
Looks like they're throwing out some Frisbees or something. This also is passing out some stickers.
It's Something different than candy. Good to have a little option.
Variety.
Different than the sugar.
Here's Senator Leo Foley. He'll be greeting his constituents and passing out flyers here tonight. I believe this is like the second year that politicians have been allowed in this parade. During the first 4 or 5 years, they weren't allowed.
Really?
And they decided to open it up to politicians, I believe last year. So as you can see, we have quite a few in tonight's parade.
Hey, and there's a unique place to put a sign. That'll get
Maybe you want to
people's
check
attention.
out getting some new mags or something. One of those bug cars.
One of those Volkswagen Bugs. They're different. I don't know.
It wouldn't be my first choice, but I've seen quite a few out on the roadways.
I have too. They're kind of popular. Here we have the Walker Plaza van. The Walker Plaza is a 104. It has 104 units in this senior retirement building in Anoka, and they just celebrated their 9th year in June. They've been open for 9 years, and they provide independent living and senior services and assisted living.
Coming up behind them, another politician, State Representative Jim Abler, also passing out things to the crowd. Can't get lost with those bright blue shirts on. There is Jim Abler in your screen, talking with some of the constituents. Looks like another vehicle with Jim Abler. Lots of flags.
They decked the truck out with many flags. Perfect for 4th of July. I can't believe it's 4th of July already, Steve.
I know, it seems like we're halfway through the year. Can you believe it?
The summer is just flying by.
Looks like we're nearing the end of the parade. Still got quite a few units left to come. People are still lined up along the streets here, getting the best view of this parade.
And here we have the First Baptist Church of Coon Rapids, and they are celebrating a recent completion of their new multi-purpose facility. They can use this for worship, basketball, and it's enjoyed by a lot of the kids for different activities.
And I believe we have someone from First Baptist down talking to Karen. Karen?
This is Jeannie Johnston. Now tell me about your group.
Okay, well, we are First Baptist Church of Coon Rapids. We've been on Foley for 30 years now, and we are celebrating that we're building a new sanctuary. So we're so excited. So we're here at the parade and singing and rejoicing and having a great time.
Thank you so much, and have a great time.
All right.
Thanks. Back up to you two.
All right, thanks, Karen. Glad she could take time out to talk to us. Looks like they got a guitar playing a little music here for the crowd. Coming up behind them is Camellia Rose. Camellia Rose has been serving seniors in the community and surrounding area for 22 years now. This includes adult day programs, speech, occupational, and physical therapies, and Meals on Wheels, which is a big program. Looks like they've won some award for excellence. They're the home of the annual Olympics for seniors, which I believe is coming up this month sometime. I'm not quite sure on that, but if people are interested in that, they certainly could give Camellia Rose a call.
Definitely. The candy hasn't stopped either.
No, and the kids are not worn out yet. But I'm sure if they're eating it as they go, it's keeping them pretty sugared up.
It's keeping them going, but see, the parents are sitting on the sidelines because they're tired out.
Got a long day of work and then coming to the parade, I'm sure by now. People are looking forward to the long holiday weekend coming up.
Looks like this could be the Northeast State Bank in this car, Steve.
I believe it is.
Looks like the bank employees are passing out candy and possibly Post-it notes for the adults.
Looks like our camera
Something
person's even
different.
collecting some down there. We have a wild group coming up next. This is a Tops Chops Brass Line Band. This is a really unique band. It gets the crowd going every year. Chops is comprised of two award-winning groups, the Chopstick Percussion and Top Chops Brass Line. The two groups perform separately, giving special attention to percussion and brass, and together for a powerful driving experience. Karen Spanish, are you now standing by with someone?
What's your name?
My name is the Banner Man.
And you are wearing the top brass banner.
Yes, because I am the banner man for the Top Chops Brass Line, who is going right behind me right now.
Thank you. Have fun.
Yes, you too.
Thank you. They certainly have a lot of fun in that group. Back up to you two.
All right, we'll let him catch up with the front of his group. That didn't take very long. Let's take a listen to We're getting a well-deserved round of applause from the crowd here. The executive and artistic director of Chops is Mike Mayer. The assistant director is Lars Walk.
We'll be seeing the percussion line a little bit later in the parade too, Steve. But right now we have a 34 Ford Coupe coming down the street. And you know, the cars you're going to see tonight in the parade are just a few of the cars that you're going to see at a first annual Lions Car Show. That car show is Saturday, July 3rd from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. It will be held at Sand Creek Park. People can come out and see all kinds of different older model cars.
That's right, you can just show up with your vehicle. I believe the first 200 people get a dash plaque with their car. This is a 1967 Chevelle Malibu. Let's see, we also got a 1955 Pontiac, a 1956 Chevrolet convertible, 1960 Pontiac convertible. So all sorts of old vehicles here that will be on display, as you said, at Sand Creek Park during the celebration. Those people certainly take pride in these cars.
They definitely do. They put a lot of work into restoring them. Some of these cars were bought in other states. They didn't have any rust on them. You know, Minnesota cars, pretty hard to keep the rust off of them.
That's true.
I'm sure they don't drive these cars anywhere in the winter. They stay tucked away in the garage.
Nice night to be riding with the roof open.
Definitely. Cool breeze, top down, no rain. Perfect.
All right, we're gonna head down to Karen, who's standing by with some more people. Karen?
It's great to be in the parade, but it's a lot more fun to watch, don't you think, Troy?
I think so. This is a good time. A lot of different stuff.
We were just remarking on all the cool cars that were coming by, but you said you'd rather have a truck.
No, that's Brigham here. He'd rather be in the truck rather than in some car. We can't get them out of it, really.
Well, we're just having a great time down here. Back up to you guys.
Maybe just a little bit too much fun down there on the sidelines.
Steve,
Cool
who's
108
this?
is coming up next.
Cool Cat, they call him. Riding in the Cool Mobile unit. He's high-fiving everybody in the crowd there. He's having a good time.
Yeah, it must get a little warm in that, but
Well, you know, tonight's a night to be wearing the costume. It's not too bad.
Cool 108, of course, is for good times and great oldies.
And
if
you
you're
can-
into that music.
You can see them live at the fair this year too, Steve.
Oh, that's cool.
They'll be there playing oldies and having a good old time.
Coming up right behind Cool 108, it's the Monticello Royalty. The Miss Monticello Royalty for 1998-99 are Miss Monticello Carrie Shirlerstrom, Princesses Chris Witcher, and Jessica Bergstrom. And let's go talk to them.
Well, we have to personally welcome the Monticello royalty. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Tell us about your celebration, what the dates are.
Our celebrations are next weekend, July 10th and 11th, and our parade and coronation is on Sunday.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're enjoying Coon Rapids, right?
Yes, wonderful parade.
That's right. It's a great parade and a lot of fun. Back up to you, Steve and Steph.
Thanks, Karen. As I said, the coronation will be at 4 p.m. in Ellison Park. That immediately follows the parade, which starts at 1 p.m. That's Sunday, July 11th, Monticello River Fest. So check it out if you're able to.
This, I bet, is Patches the Clown.
I bet you're probably right.
He's riding one of those fancy bikes again.
Looks like he has a little bit of a problem with his front wheel and alignment, maybe.
Do you think he could use some new clothes?
Well, that too. New hat, new nose, different hairdo.
Hey, but he's great the way he is,
Yeah,
right?
we really love you, Patches. That's why we're up here and he's down there. They do have a good time in the parade. Of course, a parade wouldn't be a parade without clowns.
It wouldn't be. It just wouldn't be the same.
Fancy Dancin' is coming up next here. Fancy Dancin' Dance Studio is located in Coon Rapids in Northdale Center. That's right up the street from here, ages 2.5 through adult. Tap, ballet, jazz, also clogging. They've taken many first-place national titles and high point winners. Competition groups and regular classes are available. Open house registration is August 16th through the 21st if you're interested in learning to do a few of those moves. Probably need a little work, so August 16th through the 21st is the date for open house registration.
They look pretty good. They look pretty coordinated.
They're doing a good job.
Even the littlest ones there. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, I would think 2.5 is kind of young, but you've got to get them started young nowadays.
Got to start them early.
That's right. I'm just going to take a listen now to them. I believe we're going to head down to Karen now, who's standing by with someone from that.
It's my pleasure to introduce Bobby Guerin. How are you?
Bobby, good. We're doing good tonight. We're having a fun time.
Now, you're the instructor over at
Fancy Dancing.
and you're real close to here, right?
Yep, 2 blocks up that way.
Tell me about your group. How many people with you tonight?
Well, we have about 50 girls dancing tonight, but we have about 200 students at all. We do tap, ballet, jazz, clogging, and we're having a fun time.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Okay,
Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll let you get back up to your group. That was Miss Bobby, Steve and Steph.
She's hustling back up to catch up with the group there.
Thanks, Karen. Did you see that little tiny girl dancing, Steve? She was so cute.
I missed it, but I'll take your word for it. Coming up next, it's the People for Winfield.
Barb Winfield is running for state senate in district number 49, which serves Anoka and Coon Rapids. She's currently the principal at Wilson Elementary, and she was principal at Hoover Elementary in Coon Rapids for many years. She's joined by some of her family and friends in the parade tonight.
Of course, you usually bring along the family members to help them hand out stuff to the crowd and kind of schmooze. There you can see Barb on the sidelines there, shaking hands with some of the crowds. Sure, trying to get out the vote. Of course, election time is nearing, so people are getting out the vote here in all the parades during the summer. As you can see, people are still lined on the streets watching the parade. People have not left yet. They're still enthused with the parade, so it's been a good time so far
It's
tonight.
been a very good time, and I've noticed the bugs haven't been very bad.
No,
Have
they
you noticed
haven't.
that?
Karen was given some bug spray a little bit earlier. She was going to use it, but I'm not sure if she really needs it out here tonight. They were biting a little bit, but it's not too bad how it can be some summer nights.
Maybe we have a bit of an advantage. We're kind of up a little bit higher, and
That's right.
a little bit of breeze helps with that too, but I don't think the people are minding at all. Even if there are bugs, they're enjoying it so much.
We're having a good time. Behind us now, there's some more royalty, and you can see Chopsticks right behind them. This is the royalty from West St. Paul. Queen Nicole Price and Jessica Pelton is the first princess, and second princess Kelly Abbott, dressed up in red and white.
Parade is winding down a bit now,
That's right, but
we
they
do have a
saved
bit
one
of a
the
finale, kind
best
of
for
a
last.
finish here, yes. And it's coming this way. Aha, there it is. This is an extension of the Top Chops brass line that we saw earlier. This is the Chopstick Percussion Group. They're a fabulous group. They've won several awards, 35 members on their team. They provide a high energy entertainment, precision playing. Their members come from Minnesota, South Dakota, Wisconsin. They really get the crowd going too. The crowd
They
loves
really
it.
do, and they look like they have a great time. I mean, you really got to enjoy what they're doing out there, and it looks like they do.
The crowd loved that performance.
They are great. We're gonna head down to Karen now, who's standing by with someone from the Chopsticks band. Karen?
This is the man that gets the chopsticks going, right?
Yes, I'm the banner man.
This is also known as Cornelius Ridge.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being in the parade.
Thank you very much. We're all about making people smile. You know, forget about the troubles for a little while and have a good time. So thank you for having us. It's been
And
wonderful.
thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right.
I think all smiling here tonight, forgetting about our troubles for at least 2 hours. It's been great.
He has a lot of energy too, Steve. He's just running all over the place and making the chopsticks.
You have to, and as we said earlier, we're about 3/4 of the way through the parade route, so we're not tiring down yet.
Gotta keep that energy going.
Right behind him, this Gene Horn is candidate for representative, who's shaking hands right in front of the royalty on the far side of us. There you're looking at the Buffalo Days royalty.
Buffalo Days were celebrated this year already, the second weekend of June, but families can join them next year. The celebration will be the second weekend of June of 2000.
Well, there's all the colors of the American flag right there.
That looks very good together.
Very patriotic. We got some more flags. Another car behind them. We're gonna head back down to Karen now, who's standing by with another interview. Karen?
The parade is rapidly drawing to a close. I finally get a chance to interview Dawn Stewart. You've been working so hard today.
It's been fun, though. We look forward to it every year.
This is one of your biggest events, right?
Yes, it is.
Now tell me about your position. You're a police reservist?
Police reserves.
Are you having fun, though?
Actually, it's a lot of fun to watch the kids and see them all anxious for the candy and disappointed when there is no candy. So.
Well, you're doing a great job. Traffic control, people control, you name it, she's handling it. So we feel better knowing you're on the job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Don. We'll see you next year.
Yes, you will.
All right. Back up to you two.
All right, thanks, Karen. The Park Patrol just passed us on their horses, out there safely patrolling the parks. Park Rangers patrol the county parks to ensure visitor safety. Mounted Patrol and Bike Patrol are also used to patrol parks and enjoy questions from park users. So if you're in an Oak County Park, don't be afraid to ask one of those rangers if you have any questions.
Definitely, they can help you out. And kind of ending up the parade here, we have the Bull. It's from Shorty's Heavy Duty Towing. It's a third-generation family-owned company since 1947. They serve 48 states, and they're one of the biggest towing companies in the state of Minnesota.
Looks like they got a big rig there.
I think they could help you out if you were in trouble.
And of course, at the end of the parade, as always, we have a squad car kind of backing up the end of the parade. He's had a fun view of the whole parade there behind the park rangers, but they certainly enjoy their duties, and everyone has a good time at the parade, I think.
Definitely. I think people had a wonderful time tonight, and we sure did.
We did. What was your first impression? This is your first parade for us?
You know, it was really wonderful. I was impressed with the floats and the work and the colors that went into them, and it was really great. So, great community turnout, too. It's wonderful.
It really is. It's amazing the number of people that turn out here every year for this parade, but I think the turnout gets better and better each year as people know about it and come out here. It's really a family-oriented event for kids to come out here, adults, grandparents, you name it. As we saw, little babies that have just born weeks ago out here enjoying the parade.
From the young to the old, and the people that camp out early, 4 o'clock, to get a good seat. So,
all right.
That's great.
Well, that's going to wrap up the parade for this year. Don't forget, if you're watching this weekend, the big 4th of July Carnival going on at Sand Creek Park through Sunday. Lots of good bands, the Dirty White Boys and GB Layton, as well as Thunder Canyon performing this weekend. Of course, the big fireworks show on Sunday night. So you want to check that out if you're in town this weekend and can do that.
It's going to be great.
Yes, for Stephanie Ring, I'm Steve Erickson, and all of us here, thanks for watching, and we'll look for you again next year.